You might think, why he's reviewing Z4? It's an old car now. Maybe, but to be honest, I think this one is very special because you can still get it in manual with this B58 combination. It's just a peach. And not only that, this car has a lot of features which are missing in the new cars, and I absolutely love it for it. So I'm gonna take you for a drive and tell you more why I love this one so much. Today I want to talk about a vehicle which I think is very special in today's BMW lineup. And it's this BMW Z4 manual. Yes, you heard me right, it's a manual. And it's very special because it's a dying breed today. Unfortunately, soon we won't have BMW Z4 in manual, and many more cars in manual with big engines will disappear too. So I think today, this one, if you're a car lover, if you are a real driver like me, and you're looking for some thrills from your car, I think this might be the one for you. So I know the platform. Z4 have been around for quite a while now. And to be honest, I don't think it aged at all. It still looks fresh, it looks brilliant in my opinion. And the fact that they released it with manual gearbox, with this beautiful 3-litre B58 under the bonnet, it's just a masterpiece. And I can't believe that you can actually buy it today with a manual gearbox, because it's so unique now to get that combination of big engine, powerful engine, and manual. The manual which rev matches for you, which is great. I absolutely love it. I think it makes using manual cars, especially during faster drives, so much better if the car can do it right and can do it for you. And this car, it's brilliant for that. You can throw it in a corner and it's just taking it without any issues. Honestly, what a car. The first thing you're going to notice when you jump into this Z4 is the sitting position. It feels like a Porsche. Honestly, it really does. It feels like you're sitting in a Cayman, which is a massive compliment. You sit low, you sit very close to the rear axle, and you've got long bonnet ahead of you. And wow, honestly, with this engine, what a masterpiece. Ho, ho, ho. So if you think about it, we're in 2026 now, and apart from a few like M2, all of the performance cars are now automatics. And yes, they are brilliant cars to use every day, but if, like me, you like to take your car for a spirited drive on a Sunday morning when everyone's in bed, well, I think if you want to buy a new car now and you're aiming for that, this would be my pick. If you don't need practicality of more doors or 4 seats, well, there isn't really much more which I could recommend at this moment, especially in BMW's lineup. With this engine, the car just accelerates effortlessly from low revs, and it still manages to sound good. Somehow in 2026 it does. Yes, it's not as loud as the older cars, definitely, you can tell that, but it still has that real 3-litre heart beating under the bonnet, and you can definitely hear it. The suspension, I think it's really good because it manages to keep this vehicle pretty flat on the road when you're having fun, but at the same time it takes these bumpy roads quite well. Yes, it's not an M car, definitely. And if you would want to take it to a track, it will start showing some shortcomings. But what you're definitely not going to be disappointed in is the rigidity of this body. You see, driving this car, you will completely forget you don't have roof above your head. Really, it's so rigid. There is absolutely no disconnect between you and steering wheel. It feels like a coupe. It feels solid. And that is really important when you're driving a car on Sunday morning on your favorite road and you're throwing it into the corners. Honestly, I'm so impressed. And this engine matches this vehicle so well. And with this manual gearbox, it's just a dream. Honestly, I drove Z4s before, but they were automatic and it really lacked the engagement in that respect. And I know that for many people that might not be concerned, but for me, I just felt that disconnect. But with this one, oh, it's such a pleasure. I really would consider buying this car. Honestly, what a fun. And I have to go back to this seating position because it feels so good. Obviously, I'm an M2 owner, and despite M2 being more hardcore on, being more driver focused than this, actually sitting down in this cabin automatically puts you into that mood of being in a sport car. Something which you can't feel straight away without setting off in my M car, because it's a 2 Series body. You know, you get in, you're sitting higher, and you've got plenty of space above your head. So this one gives you that instant sport car feel before you even set off. Now let's talk about the gearbox, because this is the most important part of this car to me. A manual 6-speed gearbox with this classic knob from BMW, which you've seen in their cars for decades now. And yes, you might argue that gear shifting in BMWs were never the strong side, because they were always feeling a bit rubbery and notchy, and it's not different in this one. It feels notchy, but actually it feels very precise. It feels like they changed the rubber bushings to a bit stiffer ones, because the gearbox feels very precise. It doesn't move a lot. It sticks in one position. It's very tight, if you know what I mean. Yes, you have to use a bit of force to push it into the gear, and it's notchy. You feel like it needs to get in. But apart from that, it's just so good. But let's talk about the cabin, because I think it's also one of the selling points to people like me. So, dinosaurs. I know majority of the people these days will prefer to have the curved screen with million things on it and no buttons. I'm different. I'm the opposite. I'm the one who prefers the old clocks. I'm the one who prefers the old screen, which gives you all the information you need. It gives you all the functionality, but it doesn't overwhelm you with the massive curved screen across whole dash. Everything's controlled by buttons. Your climatronic, your vents, everything has buttons. The radio buttons, the shortcut buttons, the volume knobs, everything is here. Jumping into this car feels like jumping into a car from a different era. The era I loved in the cars. So for me, this is a very unique point for this car, that you can actually go in 2026 and buy a car which has manual in 3 litre, which is a sports car, it has buttons for everything, it doesn't have massive screens, and it's just fun to drive. And yes, I think the only downside to this car is probably that sound. It's not as loud as you would probably want it to be. You would want to hear it maybe a bit more, but apart from that, I mean, come on, you can't get better these days. I think this car is just a peach. So, would you agree with me? Would you say this is a very unique proposition in today's time, which allows you to almost go back in time and buy a new vehicle which doesn't feel that new, which is perfect? I know, some of you might be screaming at me, you're dinosaurs, you're old school, go home. Well, you may say that, but that's what I feel, and I absolutely love it. And now, the only thing which is left to do is to jump on the speed ring and see what it can do at high speeds. So let's see what this BMW B58 can do. What a car! What an engine! And even at 100 miles per hour, you can still have conversation in this car with the roof down. Yes, you need to be a bit louder because you can hear the wind. But actually, apart from just the top of my head, and I'm a quite tall bloke, I'm actually fine. I can feel the wind just going over my head, but I'm not uncomfortable. I could actually drive like that for a long time, especially in the summer. What a vehicle, honestly, what a vehicle. Now, the only thing left to say is to talk about the price of this vehicle. I believe they start from roughly £56,000, which it isn't cheap, but actually in today's world, if you want to find a sporty vehicle like this, I think that's pretty reasonable. I absolutely love this car, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I see you shortly in the next one. Thank you, goodbye, do widzenia.